One sparkler, two sparklers.
Hi, sparkler is one sparkler, but more than one sparkler is the plural version, sparklers. Now, the important thing when deciding whether you should pronounce the plural version, the many version with z or s, is the sound at the end of the word that you're talking about. Sparkler is a vowel sound.
Vowel sounds are voiced. In other words, they vibrate the vocal cords in the throat.
Therefore, it's sparklers. Vowel sounds at the ends of words will be pluralized by adding the z sound. So, what sound do we use to make a word plural? That all depends on the sound on the end of the word that you are pluralizing. In the English language, there are 44 sounds. You can see them on the IPA chart. I've got a link about that chart below.
The majority of those 44 sounds are voiced and they vibrate the vocal cords, all of the vowels and a lot of the consonants. I'll be looking at the exceptions later in the video.
A word ending in E, like bee, would be pluralized as bees. In the consonants, as in the word mum, would be pluralized to mums. So the vowel E, they're all vibrating in the throat, they are all voiced sounds. Now there's a smaller group of sounds that you can find on the ends of words, and these will not be voiced, they're unvoiced. For example, p. So to make that a word that ends in p, plural, you add the sound s. For example, pops, tots, coughs, cloth, cloths. Now there are some exceptions to these generalizations, and that would be if a word were to end in the sound ch, s, z, or sh. So, for example, church, church is. So to pluralize those sounds, you make the sound is, church is. Boss, boss is. Cheese, cheese is. Bush, bush is. And then there's one rather rare type of pluralization that comes from French and Arabic. And this is more in higher level English, very, very formal English. For example, if it ends in a so far, so fi. So one sofa, many so fi, which is very posh sounding.
Let's summarize where we are. To make a word plural in English, there are 4 ways to do it. You can add on the noise z, s, is, or I. You add on the sound z if the word, the singular word, ends in a sound that is voiced, which would be all of the vowels and some of the consonants that are marked on the IPA chart below. The second way, we add s to pluralize words that end in an unvoiced sound. For example, p, t. So a word like pop becomes pops, or tot becomes tots. The third way is when we add this to make a singular sound, the one become the many, is to add, which is quite rare, is to add the sound is. And these are for words that end in the sounds ch, like church, churches, boss, bosses, or if the word ends in the sound z, buzz, buzzes.
Cheese, cheeses.
Bush, bushes. And lastly, but very rarely, and it's kind of high English in a way, it's quite amusing, someone might say one sofa, two sofi. I hope that helps. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on the bell below, and hope to see you soon. One sparkler, two sparklers. One sparkler, two sparklers.